Stephon Castle is going to be elite. I think people might not recognize how good Castle has been so far in his rookie season. What's crazy is how his defensive impact is already a talking point. He's not just a guy with potential on that end, he's delivering. Spurs fans have every reason to feel excited about how Castle and Wemby will develop together. They could end up being a defensive duo that terrifies opposing teams for years. But Castle isn't just about defense. His offensive growth, while a bit slower, has been undeniably exciting to watch. He's figuring it out, and at only 20 years old, there's plenty of time. Right now, he's averaging 11.6 points per game. But what's caught everyone's attention is his recent scoring burst. Over the last 4 games, he's jumped to averaging 20 points on an impressive 53.6% shooting. That's not just a fluke, it's a glimpse of what could come. What makes Castle special offensively isn't just raw athleticism. He's learning to use his body and footwork in ways that are beyond his years. His patience in the post and ability to decelerate to create space are reminiscent of players who rely on intelligence over sheer explosiveness. That's where comparisons to someone like Paul Pierce come into play. While it's way too early to put him in that category, you can see shades of it in his approach. He's calculated, making defenders bite at the wrong time, leading to fouls or scoring opportunities. One of Castle's standout traits is his ability to draw fouls. He's been getting to the free throw line about 5 times per game in this recent stretch. That's huge for a young player still finding his rhythm. He knows how to use his build to absorb contact and still finish plays. While he's not converting all of these into and one opportunities yet, you can see how this part of his game will evolve. The way he powers through defenders is going to make him a problem in the paint as he continues to mature. Right now, Castle is hitting just under 64% of his shots within 3 feet of the basket for the season, but that number has surged to 73.3% in January. This bump in efficiency shows how he's adjusting to the speed and physicality of the NBA. Sure, it might not be sustainable all season, but it's an exciting sign of what he could look like when he's fully comfortable. These little jumps show how quickly he's learning and adapting. Shooting from the outside is still a work in progress for Castle. No doubt about that. He's only converting 29.4% from deep so far, but you don't get the sense that it's going to hold him back long term. The good news is he's not settling. He's attacking the basket, making defenders uncomfortable, and creating opportunities for himself and his team. That's the kind of mentality that will pay off as his shooting improves over time. One thing that's clear is Castle's confidence is growing. You can see it in the way he's asserting himself offensively now compared to earlier in the season. He's taking more shots, exploring what works for him, and putting his athleticism to use in smarter ways. That's such an important step for any young player, especially one with his skill set. By the way, if you guys enjoy these deep dives, I'll be posting every day during the season. I genuinely appreciate if you could subscribe. Thanks. Anyways, Castle. The Spurs have to feel good about Castle's potential alongside Wemby. They're already showing signs of complementing each other's strengths. While Wemby anchors the paint and stretches the floor, Castle brings that mix of physicality and finesse that fills gaps and creates opportunities. The chemistry isn't fully there yet, but you can see the foundation being built, and it's an exciting one. But if you dig deeper into Castle's stats, they get even crazier. His defense is already something special. Right now, he is holding opponents to 28.7% shooting from 3, which is one of the best marks in the league. When the fourth quarter comes around, he gets even tougher. He is second in the entire league in defensive 3-point percentage in the fourth quarter, limiting opponents to just 22.6%. That is elite company for a first-year player. He is shutting down shooters in clutch moments, and that is a skill that does not show up in the basic box score. And he is not just a one-dimensional defender. He has 28 steals already, which is second among all rookies. He has an instinct for getting in passing lanes and disrupting plays. His length, his timing, and his effort on that end of the floor are making him a defensive weapon for the Spurs. He is relentless when he locks in on his assignment, using his size and strength to make it as difficult as possible for his opponents to get good looks. Offensively, he is making his mark too. He is currently second among all rookies in scoring, averaging 11.6 points per game. The only rookie ahead of him is Jared McCain, who has not played in months due to injury. If you are talking about consistent production, Castle is at the top of the list, and he is not just getting points. He is creating for others too. He has 133 assists so far, the second most among rookies. He is proving that he can handle the ball, make plays, and set up his teammates. His ability to see the floor and find open teammates is a skill that will only improve as he gets more experience. When Castle is in the starting lineup, he thrives. His numbers jump, his confidence grows, and his impact on the game becomes even more obvious. He should be starting full-time, because he has already shown he can handle the responsibility. His combination of defense, playmaking, and scoring makes him one of the most valuable rookies in the league. The Spurs have struggled at times this season, but Castle gives them a spark when he is on the floor. His energy, hustle, and ability to make plays make a real difference in games. He is also making his mark in Spurs history. Just last night, he passed Kevin Willis on the Spurs all-time career scoring leaderboard, moving up to 172nd place with 465 points. That might not seem like a big milestone now, but it is the first step in what looks like a long and successful career. Castle is just getting started, and if he continues on this trajectory, he will climb that leaderboard quickly. And speaking of milestones, Castle is racking them up. He is one of just 2 rookies this season with over 400 points and 30 steals. He is the only rookie in the entire league to have over 400 points and 100 assists. That kind of all-around production is rare, and it shows just how much he is contributing on both ends of the floor. His impact goes beyond just scoring. He is a complete player who does a little bit of everything. Castle's playmaking has put him in some impressive company. Among all-time UConn alumni, he is already 3rd in career assists per game, averaging 3.6. The only players ahead of him, Kemba Walker and Ray Allen. That is some legendary company for a guy who is still finding his way in the league. It is not easy for rookies to come in and make an immediate impact as a playmaker, but Castle has done just that. He is showing poise and patience beyond his years, knowing when to push the pace and when to slow things down. And when it comes to 4th overall picks, he is one of just 3 since 2010 to average at least 10 points and 3 assists in his rookie year. The other 2, Scotty Barnes and Dion Waiters. All 3 completely different players, but Castle is showing he belongs in that conversation. His versatility sets him apart, as he can be a strong defensive presence while also being a reliable offensive contributor. But maybe the most exciting part of Castle's game is how he performs in clutch situations. He has 23 assists in the 4th quarter this season, the 3rd most on the team. He steps up when the game is on the line, and that is a trait that cannot be taught. His field goal percentage in clutch moments is 58.3%, the 2nd highest on the Spurs. He is not afraid of the big moments, and that is something every team wants in a young player. When the pressure is on, he delivers, showing a level of confidence and control that is rare for a rookie. Castle is putting together an incredible rookie season, and he is only going to get better. His defense is already elite, his playmaking is improving, and he is finding his rhythm as a scorer. The Spurs have something special in him, and he is showing it every single night. The potential is through the roof, and as he continues to develop, he is going to be a major piece for this team moving forward. The chemistry with his teammates is growing, his understanding of the game is deepening, and he is proving that he has what it takes to be a star in this league. Every game he plays, he adds something new to his skill set, and that is exactly what you want to see from a young player with his talent and work ethic. Castle is on his way to something special, and this is just the beginning. But I want to dig into his advanced stats to show just how great he'll be next to Wemby throughout his career. Castle is showing exactly why he is going to be an incredible teammate for years to come. His advanced teamwork stats prove that he is already making a difference on the court, and his chemistry with Wemby is only going to grow stronger. The numbers do not lie. Castle's presence is valuable, and the way he impacts the game goes beyond just scoring or defense. He is developing into a player who understands his role, embraces it, and finds ways to elevate those around him. Right now, Castle ranks better than 58% of players in mixed teamwork stats. That means his ability to contribute to winning basketball is already above average for the league. His offensive rating sits at 111.7, showing that he is helping the team put up points efficiently. His defensive rating is 112.7, which means there is still room to grow. But for a rookie, adjusting to the NBA, that is a strong foundation. These numbers indicate that Castle is not just surviving at the professional level, he is thriving, improving his value early in his career. One of the most telling stats is his plus-minus impact. In 45% of games, Castle has a positive plus-minus, meaning the team performs better when he is on the floor nearly half the time. That is impressive for a first-year player, especially when adjusting to the pace of the league. His on-off impact is just minus 0.3, which might not seem like much, but it speaks to his consistency. He is keeping the team steady, not letting things fall apart when he is on the court, which is a crucial skill for any player looking to be a long-term fit. Now compare that to Wemby, who ranks higher than 89% of players in mixed teamwork stats. His offensive rating is 114.1, and his defensive rating is 110.0, leading to a net rating of plus 4.1. Wemby is a massive presence on both ends, and his plus-minus percentage is at 50%. When he is on the court, the team is undeniably better, and his on-off impact sits at plus 6.7. That is what a second-year leap looks like. His ability to make an impact on both ends shows why he is already one of the most exciting young players in the league. But here's why this is important for Castle. He is learning how to play alongside a franchise player, and he is doing it well. His ability to fit into the team structure while also finding ways to make an impact is exactly what the Spurs need. As he continues developing, his chemistry with Wemby will improve, and the two will start complementing each other even more. The early signs of their partnership are already promising, and the numbers show that Castle's presence on the floor enhances Wemby's effectiveness as well. Castle's role is evolving, and his stats show that he is adjusting to the demands of the NBA. His mixed teamwork ranking means he is already helping his team more than half the league, and that number is only going to climb. He is learning how to be a reliable contributor night in and night out. That is the kind of growth you want to see in a young player. His ability to read the game, make the right decisions, and play within the team system is something that will only improve over time. The best part? Castle's skill set makes him a perfect long-term fit next to Wemby. He does not need to dominate the ball to be effective, and he plays with an energy that makes everyone around him better. His ability to move without the ball, make smart passes, and bring intensity on defense is going to be a major factor in how this team develops over the years. Castle's presence allows Wemby to focus on his strengths, while providing the team with a steady, intelligent player who can be counted on in key moments. What makes Castle's impact even more exciting is his ability to improve within the system. His court vision is getting better, his defensive awareness is sharpening, and his decision-making is becoming more refined. He is proving that he is more than just a talented rookie. He is a player who understands how to maximize his role and contribute in ways that do not always show up on the basic stat sheet. He is the type of player who makes winning plays, even when he is not the one taking the shot or making the highlight reel. His ability to defend multiple positions and hold his own against experienced players is another reason why he is going to be such an asset for the Spurs. He is not afraid to take on tough assignments, and his footwork, instincts, and commitment to defense are all qualities that will serve him well as he continues to develop. He is already making life difficult for opponents, and as he gains more experience, his defensive impact is only going to grow. The connection between him and Wemby is something that is going to shape the future of the Spurs. They are both young, talented, and willing to put in the work to improve. Castle's ability to complement Wemby's game, provide defensive versatility, and contribute on both ends of the floor makes him an ideal teammate. His steady play, combined with his willingness to do the little things that help a team win, will be a major factor in the Spurs' success in the coming years. But then I want to look at their ball handling stats. Castle is proving that his ball handling skills are already at an elite level. He ranks higher than 82% of players in advanced ball handling metrics, showing just how refined his control is for a rookie. The way he moves with the ball, keeps defenders guessing, and sets up teammates is exactly why he is going to be such an essential piece for the Spurs moving forward. His assist numbers are impressive for a first-year player. He is averaging 3.6 assists per game and assisting on over 21% of his team's made field goals when he is on the floor. That is better than 80% of players in the league. His vision and ability to create for teammates is only going to improve, making him the perfect long-term piece next to Wemby. Speaking of Wemby, his assist numbers are strong as well, averaging 3.7 per game and assisting on nearly 19% of his team's made shots. But here is the big difference. Castle is doing this while keeping his turnovers under control. He is only turning the ball over 1.9 times per game, while Wemby is at 3.4. That puts Castle in a much higher category when it comes to efficiency and decision-making with the ball in his hands. Castle's turnover percentage sits at 10.7%, which is better than 57% of players. That means he is making smart decisions, protecting possessions, and giving his team more chances to score. For a rookie adjusting to NBA defenses, that is an outstanding number. Compare that to Wemby, whose turnover percentage is 12.4%, ranking lower than 74% of players. It is clear that Castle's ability to handle the ball, keep it safe, and create opportunities makes him a natural fit as a primary ball handler moving forward. Castle's scoring attempts are also a factor. He is taking nearly 12 shots per game, showing that he is balancing his role as both a playmaker and a scoring option. This balance is key to his future development, as it makes him unpredictable for defenders. When you combine this with his passing ability, it is easy to see why he is such a strong fit next to Wemby. Wemby, on the other hand, is taking more than 20 shots per game, which means Castle's ability to facilitate and keep the offense running smoothly is crucial. Wemby will always be a focal point of the offense, but Castle's presence allows him to get better looks, take high-quality shots, and not have to create everything himself. This is the type of partnership that builds long-term success. What makes Castle's ball handling even more impressive is that he is doing all of this while adjusting to the speed and physicality of the NBA. He is showing control, patience, and a high basketball IQ in his decision-making. His ability to maneuver through defenses, find the right passing lanes, and set up his teammates makes him an incredibly valuable piece for the Spurs. As Castle continues to grow, his chemistry with Wemby will only get stronger. He is already showing that he can be a high-level playmaker who does not turn the ball over at a high rate. He knows when to push the pace, when to slow things down, and when to find Wemby in the best possible spots. This type of awareness is rare for a rookie, and it is a big reason why Castle is going to be a cornerstone player for this franchise. His ability to keep turnovers low while maintaining a high level of assists is exactly what the Spurs need. Castle's ball handling allows the team to trust him with possessions, knowing that he will make the right decisions. He does not force plays, he does not rush into bad situations, and he understands how to run an offense. That is the type of stability every team wants in a young guard. With Castle ranking above 82% of players in ball handling, it is clear that his ability to control the game is something special. He is making a real impact without being reckless, which is something that many young players struggle with. The way he takes care of the ball, finds open teammates, and keeps the offense moving is going to make him one of the most reliable players on this roster. Castle's presence on the floor is already making life easier for Wemby, and that is only going to continue. The way he handles the ball, controls possessions, and keeps the offense organized means that Wemby can focus on dominating in the areas where he is most effective. This is the kind of duo that can build something special together, and Castle's ability to be a steady, reliable ball handler is a massive part of that equation. This is just the beginning for Castle, but the numbers already show that he is an advanced ball handler who is making a real impact. His assist percentage, low turnover rate, and ability to create for others make him one of the most exciting young guards in the league. His skill set perfectly complements Wemby, and together they are building something that could be special for years to come. Castle is not just another rookie, he is a foundational piece, and his ball handling is proving that every single game. But then we have to look at the usage numbers. Castle is proving that his role in the Spurs offense is only growing stronger. His advanced usage stats show just how important he has become to the team, and his ability to balance scoring, playmaking, and decision-making makes him a perfect long-term piece next to Wemby. Every game, Castle is showing more confidence, and the numbers back up just how valuable he is becoming on the court. Right now, Castle ranks higher than 77% of players in usage rate, sitting at 23.1%. That means nearly a quarter of all offensive plays end with him, either taking a shot, drawing a foul, or creating for a teammate. For a rookie adjusting to the NBA, that is an impressive level of involvement. His ability to contribute without dominating the ball is exactly why he is such a natural fit next to Wemby. The more Castle grows into his role, the more balanced the Spurs offense will become. Castle is averaging 10.4 field goal attempts per game, 3.2 free throw attempts, 3.6 assists, and 1.9 turnovers. That balance shows that he is not just focused on scoring, he is making the right reads and finding opportunities for his teammates. His possession count is 52 per game, meaning he is involved in a significant portion of the team's offensive possessions without overextending himself. That kind of efficiency is crucial for long-term success. The best part is that his numbers have been steadily improving, which suggests he is becoming more comfortable with each game he plays. Now, looking at Wemby, he has an even higher usage rate, ranking ahead of 97% of players at 31.7%. That is expected for a player of his caliber. Wemby is taking 18.9 shots per game, getting to the line nearly 4 times, and averaging 3.7 assists. But here's where Castle's value comes in. He is making Wemby's life easier by handling a solid portion of the team's offensive workload. Castle allows Wemby to to focus on high-efficiency scoring opportunities and not have to carry the entire burden. Wemby can trust Castle to keep the offense moving, and that chemistry is already showing signs of becoming elite. Castle's turnover rate is another key factor. He is turning the ball over just 1.9 times per game, despite playing a significant offensive role. Compare that to Wemby, who is turning the ball over 3.4 times per game. This shows that Castle is making smart decisions, protecting possessions, and ensuring that the team gets quality shots. For a young player, that level of control is incredibly valuable. He is not rushing plays or forcing unnecessary shots, and that level of poise is what separates good players from great ones. Castle's ability to generate offense without forcing bad shots or unnecessary risks is a major reason why he is going to be such a great long-term teammate for Wemby. His decision-making is advanced for a rookie, and he is proving that he can be trusted in crucial moments. He is not just a scorer or a passer, he is a complete offensive player who understands when to take over and when to defer. That level of awareness is rare for a first-year player, and it shows just how much he studies the game. The chemistry between Castle and Wemby is already developing, and their roles complement each other well. Wemby's high usage means he is naturally going to be the focal point of the offense, but Castle's ability to operate within that system and still make a major impact is what makes him special. He does not need to dominate possessions to be effective, and that allows the offense to flow more smoothly. The way they feed off each other's playstyles is already becoming a key strength for the Spurs. As Castle continues to grow, his offensive responsibility is only going to increase. His ability to balance scoring, playmaking, and efficiency makes him a key piece for the future. The way he handles possessions, makes smart reads, and limits mistakes is something every team needs in a young guard. The fact that he is already doing this at such a high level speaks volumes about his potential. There's no doubt that he will continue to elevate his game as the season progresses. His role is evolving, and the numbers show that he is handling it incredibly well. He is involved in a large percentage of possessions, making the right plays and allowing Wemby to thrive without feeling the pressure of carrying the entire offense. That type of dynamic is what builds winning basketball teams. The best duos in NBA history have always had a balance, and Castle's ability to read the game and adjust is a huge advantage for this young Spurs squad. Castle's impact is growing with every game, and his ability to adapt to his role is what makes him such a valuable part of the team's future. The combination of his efficiency, decision-making, and understanding of the game is what separates him from other rookies. He is proving that he belongs, and as his chemistry with Wemby continues to develop, they are only going to make each other better. The potential for this duo is through the roof, and the numbers suggest that Castle is only scratching the surface of his abilities. The numbers do not lie. Castle is a major factor in the Spurs offense, and his usage rate shows just how much responsibility he has taken on in his first year. He is handling it with poise, making smart decisions, and showing why he is going to be a foundational piece for this team moving forward. The way he operates within the offense, finds ways to contribute without forcing things, and makes life easier for Wemby is exactly why he is so valuable. He is not just playing alongside Wemby, he is actively making Wemby's job easier and ensuring the entire team runs more smoothly. Castle's role is only going to grow, and as he continues developing, his impact on the game will become even more significant. The Spurs have something special in him, and his advanced usage stats prove that he is already making a major difference. He is not just another rookie. He is a player who understands the game at a high level and is only getting better. He is embracing his role, adapting to the challenges of NBA basketball, and proving why he is a vital part of this team's future. Every sign points to Castle becoming a key figure in the Spurs' success, and his continued growth will only solidify that even further. Overall, though, Castle has been everything the Spurs could have hoped for in his rookie season. He's come in with confidence, playing like a veteran from day one. His defensive instincts are off the charts, shutting down some of the league's best guards like it's nothing. And offensively, he's showing flashes of brilliance, smooth handles, fearless drives, and a jumper that just keeps getting better. He's not just surviving his rookie year, he's thriving in it. But what really makes Castle special isn't just his individual talent, it's the chemistry he's building with Wemby. These two are already forming a duo that's got the whole league on notice. Wemby's a generational talent, a 7-footer with guard skills who changes everything on both ends. And Castle, he's the perfect backcourt complement, relentless on defense, smart with the ball, and never afraid of the moment. Their connection is only getting stronger, and it's scary to think about what they'll look like in a year or two. Wemby's gravity as an offensive weapon opens up so much for Castle, and Castle's defensive intensity allows Wemby to roam as a shot-blocking nightmare. They're feeding off each other, pushing each other, and making the Spurs better every single game. The best part? They're both so young. Castle is just getting started, and Wemby is only in his second season. They've got years to grow, years to develop, and years to dominate together. The potential is off the charts, and if this season is any indication, the Spurs have something truly special brewing. If you guys enjoyed this, I'll be posting every day during this season. I genuinely appreciate if you could subscribe. Thanks for watching.